What a roll up here today in Sydney. Fantastic turnout from the Maritime Union and all the unions together. And let me tell you, let's send a message back to the federal rotten government and to this state government here. We're saying quite clearly, these laws are an absolute disgrace, absolute joke. We're going to fight, we're going to struggle, we're going to march, we're going to rally until we get rid of these laws, get rid of this rotten government. And what a day to do it on Mayday. As we support Mayday, the workers, the unions, all united together. Dare to struggle, dare to fucking win.
Mayday, it's a celebration of the worker. It's a celebration of the 8-hour day. It's an election year, and we've got to get rid of this grub, so we're going to kick him out. Solidarity.
I think as we've seen through the pandemic, working class people have kept the country and the world moving. Now's the time for us to get rid of the Liberal Morrison government.
What are some of the big issues for you in the upcoming election?
To ensure that the country is run in a fair income way, not the way that Morrison runs it, and pensioners are being left well behind like workers. Pensioners and workers have got to catch up, and instead of giving the money to the rich every year, let's give it to the poor. That's what we need, a bit more for these people who haven't got it.
If you had a message for Scott Morrison, what would it be?
Piss off.
We're coming out of COVID. There's been hundreds upon hundreds of MUA members joining thousands upon thousands of workers today. Should be like that today, should be like that every day. Governments of all persuasion have had enough. They've mistreated workers, and once again we're out on the streets here in Sydney protesting for a fair go. Morrison's got to go. The entire Liberal Party's had a good run. They've screwed over workers for too long. There's too many workers out on strike fighting for a fair go, and that's what they're entitled to. So happy May Day everyone, great the march, great to be here. Get out and fight every chance you can. Get rid of these governments and let's get the workers back on the agenda and at the forefront.
This year represents 150 years of the MUA, and we have a very important campaign this year to get rid of the Morrison government. And that's why our members have come out to come together to fight and unite to overthrow the Morrison Liberal National Government and to build a new future for all workers in this country.
We need a government that's going to support workers, support Australian shipping and support Australian manufacturing and all those sorts of jobs that will support our kids and into our future.
Look, I think the cost of living is certainly bearing down on people at the moment, and the complete failure for wages to increase over the last 15 years has suddenly become real for everyone now that prices are rising. But the other thing that of course none of us can ignore is bushfires, floods, climate change. It's happening, it's real. There's no point sticking your head in the sand. We've got to get in front of it. Don't just wait for workers to fall off a cliff when these industries collapse. We need to get in front of it, build wind power, build the industries of the future, good union jobs, and make this planet one worthwhile living on.
Coming from Darwin, it's great to be in the big city with a massive Mayday. It's you can really feel the momentum here. There's a lot of talk of getting rid of ScoMo. I think the momentum's with us. The union movement is strong, it's powerful. We're celebrating everything that workers have achieved, and there's so much more to do. We've got climate change to address. We've got to get rid of the ABCC. We've got to get a voice enshrined in the Constitution, and the union movement is the only organisation with the power to do it. So stay strong, workers. Happy Mayday.
It's only Labor that's going to bring in an Australian fleet. It's only Labor that's going to get rid of the ABCC, the ROC, the ACCC, and make it fairer for all workers. We want real jobs, permanent jobs, end to casualisation, and let's work with the Labour government to achieve that. Remember, put the Liberals last.